everybody, so welcome to day 2 of our 5 days of movement challenge. So I hope you managed to find your alignment yesterday, and I hope you kind of enjoyed playing with where you hold your body and just becoming more aware of the way that you stand throughout your day. So today we're going to move a little bit more, and today we're going to be focusing on mobility. How well does your body move, and are you kind of like a little Lego man that just kind of bends in the middle and all of your other bits are like a little like a little brick? So we're going to start lying down. So it's really useful if you have a mat to lie down on, but don't worry if you don't. And you're going to lie down on your back with your knees bent and your feet flat on the floor. And just take a moment here for your spine to settle into the mat. So you want the back of your pelvis to be anchored heavy into the mat, the back of your rib cage to be anchored heavy into the mat. And if you feel a little bit uncomfortable, feel free to put a pillow or a rolled up towel or something under your head. If you feel like you're kind of looking at the ceiling behind you and your neck's really uncomfortable. And just take a few breaths here. So just a really deep breath in. And a long, slow exhale, getting rid of all of the air. Again, just a deep breath in. And a long, slow exhale. Do one more breath here. And then we're going to start to move our pelvis. So I want you to tilt your pelvis towards you and then tilt it away from you. So tilt towards you and away from you, and keep going with this. And we're going to start to coordinate the movement with our breath. So inhale as you tilt the pelvis towards you, and exhale as you tilt away. Inhale towards you and exhale to tilt away, and just move with the speed of your breath. So notice as you tilt your pelvis forwards and backwards here, what's happening with the rest of your body. So just check in and notice as you tilt your pelvis away, your rib cage lifting up towards the ceiling, your ribs lifting to the ceiling, and then as you tilt back the other way, is anything happening? Is your head kind of moving? Are you gripping through your toes? Just being aware of where your body's moving. So we're going to keep doing that, tilting the pelvis towards you and away from you. So this is a really nice way to release any tension in your lower back as well. So if you suffer with a little bit of a stiff back, especially first thing on a morning, this is a really nice movement just to get everything moving. Okay, so we've been tilting the pelvis towards us and away from us. So I want you to imagine that you've got a little round tea tray balanced on your belly with a marble on it. So as you tilt the pelvis towards you, the marble rolls towards your face, and as you tilt the pelvis away, the marble's going to roll towards your feet. Okay, so thinking about that marble, we're now going to start to roll the marble side to side. So how much movement would you have to have in your pelvis to roll a marble from one side to the other? And it's not much, so you're not doing a big huge movement, and you're certainly not trying to tilt and lift your pelvis off the floor. So the pelvis, back of the pelvis is staying anchored, but you're just lifting. If you think about maybe lifting one hip bone at a time. It's a very small movement, and you might not even be able to see it from the outside. So if somebody was looking at you, they might not even notice that you were moving here. So just very small, and again you're just checking in, you're noticing, is there anything happening with your ribs? Is your head having to move? Are you gripping through your toes as you just gently roll that marble side to side? So let's do a little circle now. So you're going to tilt the marble towards your face, tilt it to one side, tilt towards your feet, to the other side, and then back to your face again. So going around, tilting in each direction as you go around in a little circle. And then start to make that movement a little bit more smooth now, allowing it to flow as you circle your pelvis around. Can you go the other way? So again, slow it down, tilt the pelvis towards you, tilt it to the other side first, down towards your feet, to the other side, and then to your face. Again, so just do a few where you're exaggerating each point, and then you can start to let that movement flow a little bit more freely. So again, you're circling your pelvis around. Think about that that marble rolling around the outside of that little tea tray. And notice, is it easier to roll in one direction than the other? So that's a really nice way to loosen up any tension in your lower back and to get your pelvis moving. We're going to bring our feet and knees together now for a spine twist. Take your arms out to the sides. I like palms facing up because it encourages you to open out your chest and shoulders. Take a breath here, and as you exhale, allow your knees to roll to one side. If it feels good to you, you can let your head roll to the opposite side of your knees. Inhale as you come through centre, and exhale, take it over the other way. Inhale to centre, and exhale. So just move in with this again with the breath. Move in as quickly or as slowly as you like, and you can make this movement as big or as small as you like. But what I want you to focus on now is keeping the back of your rib cage anchored into the mat, so your rib cage isn't moving, and yet your pelvis is tilting side to side. And your pelvis is lifting off this, so you're not trying to keep the back of the pelvis anchored. You're allowing your pelvis to tilt, but the ribs stay down. So if you're not sure if your ribs are moving, feel free to pop your hands on your ribs so that you can have a little bit of feedback there and you can tell what's happening. So just gently side to side, so you'll feel a twist through the waist. Maybe feel like quite a big stretch through the waist. Loosening again the lower back. So if this is a lot for your lower back, if your lower back is really tight, you can make this movement really small. One more to the other side, and then as your legs come into centre this time, you're going to bring your knees in towards your chest. Take hold of your knees, one hand on the top of each knee, and then open the knees apart and circle around. So I'm doing nice little circles here. Again, you can make this as big or as small as you like. And then we're going to reverse that circle and go the other way. Last one, and we're going to keep hold of the right knee now and let your left foot come back down to rest on the mat. So knee bent, foot is flat, and you're going to pull that right knee in towards you. So this is giving a real deep stretch into your hip, and just hold here, pulling that knee in, and then we're going to straighten that right leg up towards the ceiling. Keep hold of it, but straighten that leg up towards the ceiling and hold your hands behind your thigh just to support it. And can you point and flex your foot here, so you're pulling the toes towards you and then pressing the toes away. And just keep going with this movement. Now if this leg is really tight and it needs to bend a little bit, then just take that leg a little bit lower and try and get it as straight as you can. And then we're going to circle the foot around now. So again, nice and slow, nice and controlled. Circle your foot around in one direction. And then we're going to reverse and go the other way. Again, you're just noticing any creaks, any clicks, any strange sensations. Pulling that knee into your chest again, just taking another little deep hip bend, and we're going to let that leg go. We're going to do the same on the other side, so pull the other knee into your chest, take a stretch. Now if it feels like you don't have very much room here, you can take the knee out to the side a little bit. It doesn't need to be directly over your chest. You can take it out to the side. And then we're going to straighten that left leg now towards the ceiling. Again, keep hold of it, get that leg as straight as you can. Don't forget you can lower it down a little bit if you need to. And can you again point and flex your foot here. Notice how much movement you have at your ankle joint and how much movement is just from your toes. And then again, let's circle the foot around. So it's a very deliberate circle. You're noticing whether it's the same on this side as it was the other side. And then we're going to reverse that circle and go the other way. And then pull that knee into your chest again, another little stretch. And we're going to release that leg back down onto the mat. So now we're going to take our feet wide. So if you have a mat, go about mat width apart. If you don't have a mat, you're just going a bit wider than your shoulders. And we're going to take the arms out to the side again. So it's very much like the spine twist that we just did, but this time we've got the legs wider apart. So take a breath. And as you exhale, both knees are going to roll to the same side. Inhale to come through centre and exhale, take it over the other way. And again, you can let your head turn to the opposite side that your knees are going to, if that feels okay for you. If that doesn't feel nice, you can just keep your head in the centre. So getting a real deep hip stretch here. You're just checking in. Remember those ribs. We want the ribs to stay down. Back of the rib cage is in contact with the floor. We're not allowing those ribs to lift. Good job. Alright, when you come back into centre this time, we're just going to pause there. Roll yourself onto your side and then just come on up to seated. Okay, so those are your exercises for the mobility part of this challenge. So it's a really nice way to gently wake up your body. It would be a really nice little routine to do first thing on the morning, just to get you moving, or perhaps at the end of the day, just to help you to kind of relax and unwind and just get rid of any tension that you have created throughout the day. Okay, so hope you will join me again for tomorrow. So tomorrow we are looking at stability. So obviously, when you do a full program, you spend a lot of time. You wouldn't just spend one day working on mobility. It would take you a number of weeks. But we're just having a little bit of a taster here so that you can see how the movements fit together and just give you an idea of what you can do going forwards. So join me tomorrow. Thank you very much. Take care.